We are going to get started today in a comfortable seat, so take your time. Find your way to a seat that serves your body. And when you're ready, we'll gently draw the eyes closed and take a couple of moments to simply arrive here and now. Gently begin to tune your awareness into your breath. Take some big cleansing breaths and just allow yourself to feel the inhales and exhales. Giving your mind an activity to focus on, something that's occurring here and now. As you're focusing on your breath, allow your body to soften, relaxing the face, the shoulders, the chest, belly, and the legs. Staying tall and lifted through the back body. Relax the jaw. Soften the eyes. Take a couple more big breaths, really feeling into the entirety of your inhales and exhales, allowing everything else that happened today, all that mind stuff, to begin to fade towards the background. Take a couple more full rounds of breath, just allowing yourself to arrive fully. Only when you feel ready, gently begin to peel your eyes open. And once they're open, take a couple more big breaths. So continue to keep the gaze inwards. In other words, your focus on the feeling in the body. Feel the inhales and exhales. Let everything else go. When you're ready to move, on your next inhale, straighten your legs out in front of you. We are going to be working into the glutes today. So on your next inhale, so big exhale, inhale, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. So you can stay here if this feels like enough for you. If you want to move towards a restorative version of pigeon, on your next inhale, you're going to bend the left knee and place the foot flat on the ground. The hands will kind of come behind you like kickstands. Fingers can face any way that feels good for you. On your inhale, heart lifts up. Maybe on your exhale, and only if this feels okay for you, you inch that left foot closer or inch the chest closer towards the bent knee. Your choice, find where this works in your body. Continue to flex that right foot and pull the heart up towards the sky. Couple more big breaths here, breathing deeply. Should feel a stretch somewhere around the outside of that right glute. One more big breath. Beautiful. Exhale, straighten the left leg, uncross the legs. Inhale, left ankle crosses over the right thigh. Pause here, exhale. Maybe this is enough for you. If you want to go one step further, inhale, right foot places flat on the ground. Again, hands come behind you just for some support here. Pull the heart up towards the ceiling on your next inhale. Continue to breathe. Pause for a couple breaths, and again, your choice if you want to bring that right foot even closer to you or begin to bring the chest towards your shin. Find where this works in your body. Flex that left foot. Breathe to the hips and the outside of that left glute. Couple more big breaths. Continue to lift the chest. Beautiful. One more breath. On your exhale, straighten that right leg down and uncross your legs. Feel free to kind of bobble the knees if you need to for a moment. We're gonna make our way to hands and knees, tabletop position. So inhale, swing those legs around behind you, hands and knees. Exhale once you get to tabletop. Take a look down, make sure the wrists are directly under shoulders, knees are hips distance. Low belly gently pulls in and press the ground away through the hands and knees so you feel a lift in the shoulders and a lift in the pelvis. All right, on your next inhale, lift the right knee up off the ground, flex the foot, knee comes to hip level, slightly higher. Exhale, lower just to a hover. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lift, squeeze the glute at the top. Exhale, lower. 1 more, inhale, squeeze that right glute at the top. Exhale, lower. This time we're gonna hold. So inhale, lift, keep pressing the ground through the hands and that left knee. Couple more big breaths. Squeeze that right glute. Outside of the right hip, points kind of down towards the mat. Let's take 1 more big breath. Awesome. Exhale, set the knee down. Going straight to the other side. So inhale, left knee lifts, flex the foot. Exhale, lower to a hover. 2 more than we hold. Inhale, lift, squeeze the glute at the top. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift, squeeze the glute. Exhale, hover. Okay, let's hold this round. Inhale, lift, pause, couple big breaths. Again, keep pressing through the hands, keep the chest lifted. Outside of that left hip kind of points down to the inside of the right knee. So slight external rotation. 1 more big breath, you got it. Beautiful. Exhale, set it down. Let's make our way to a brief child's pose. So big toes touch, knees spread wide, sink the hips back to the heels. Rest for a moment or 2. Come back to your breath. Notice how you're feeling. We're slightly stretching the glutes here in child's pose as well. So breathe all the way to the hips, the glutes. 1 more big breath. Awesome. On your next inhale, come back up, tabletop position. Exhale, once you get there, find your alignment. Again, fingertips spread wide, wrists directly under shoulders, knees, hips distance. This time, rather than taking the knee back behind us, we're gonna bring it out to this side. So externally opening up the hip, working into the outside of the glute. So press the ground away through the hands and knees. Inhale, exhale, let it out. Okay, let's give this one a try. On your next inhale, right knee comes out to the side, flex the foot. Exhale, bring it back into a hover. Inhale out to the side. Exhale down, should feel the outside of that right glute working. Inhale, lift out to the side. Exhale down. This time we're gonna hold. So inhale, lift it out to the side. Pause, couple big breaths. Now notice I'm not shifting all my weight towards the left-hand side. I'm keeping the shoulders stacked over the wrist. So try to stay even in the shoulder girdle. 1 more big breath. Exhale, lower it down. Beautiful job. Same thing, other side. So inhale now, left knee out toward the left. Exhale, hover. 2 more than we hold. Inhale to the left. Exhale, hover. Last one, then we hold. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, hover. Let's hold this one. Inhale, bring it out to the side. Couple big breaths. Again, keep those shoulders over the wrist. Press the hands down, low belly sucks in. 1 more big breath, you got it. Awesome. Exhale, slowly sit down. Child's pose, big toes touch, sink the hips back, rest on down. If you need to kind of wring out the wrists a bit, make circles with the hands, feel free to do so. Breathe to the low back, to the glutes. 1 more big breath. Awesome. Inhale, walk the hands back towards you until you're sitting up on the heels. Exhale, swing the legs out and around in front of you. We're gonna lay down, do some work in bridge pose next. So on an inhale, hands reach out. Exhale, slowly lower yourself till you're laying all the way down on your mat. Take your time. Once you get laying down, hands come face down by your sides, and then step the feet in so the heels are in towards your bottom. Feet are about hips distance. On an inhale, puff up the chest, inch the shoulders down the back body. Exhale, set the shoulders back down. Pause for a big breath or 2. We're gonna start with bridge dips. So when you're ready, on an inhale, lift the hips up off the ground, press through the heels, squeeze the glutes at the top. Exhale, lower just to a hover. 2 more than we're gonna hold. Inhale up, squeeze the glutes, you got it. Exhale, lower just to a hover. Last one, then we hold. Inhale, up, squeeze. Exhale, hover. All right, let's hold this one. Inhale, lift. Squeeze those glutes for the entire time that we're lifted. Really drive the heels down to the mat. Chin lifts up away from the chest as the chest presses towards the chin. 2 more big breaths. Keep squeezing those glutes. Lift those hips up. 1 more big breath. Beautiful. Exhale, slowly lower every vertebra one at a time. Back down and set those hips back down. Rest for a moment or two. If you kind of want to windshield wiper the knees side to side, feel free to do so. Keep your awareness in the glutes. Notice how you're feeling. Breathe deeply. All right, so for this next one, we're going to work into the outsides of the hips, inside internal hip flexors as well. So feel free to watch me if this movement doesn't make sense. I'll try to be as descriptive as I can. So when you're ready, we're going to approach it just like the same way. So inhale, lift the hips up. Once you're lifted, pause, exhale. Now on your next inhale, knees press out towards the sides of your mat, just an inch or two. Exhale, come back to neutral. Inhale out, exhale, neutral. Inhale out, exhale, neutral. This is a tiny movement. Inhale out, exhale, neutral. Couple more. Follow your own breath. Should feel those glutes working. Keep pressing through the heels. And we're just opening up the knees slightly and then bringing them back to stacking them over the ankles. Keep going. We'll be here for a little bit longer. You got it. Breathe deeply. Couple more rounds. Keep going. We'll do about 5 more rounds. Should feel the glutes and the inner thighs working here. 1 more round. When you're ready, come back to neutral and slowly lower yourself all the way down. Great job. I sure feel the burn in my booty. Step the feet out wider than hips distance. On an exhale, knees fall in towards each other, rest against each other. Take a couple moments, breathe deeply, just notice what you feel here. Couple more big breaths, equalize your inhales and exhales. Doing a great job. 1 more breath. Beautiful. On your next inhale, hug the knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms around the legs, and gently rock side to side. Press the hips down towards the mat as you rock. You might feel a nice little stretch along the glutes when you do so. Eventually, slow down the rocks if you're rocking, coming back to Apanasana, knees to chest pose. On your next exhale, straighten only the left leg down towards the mat. Keep the right knee hugging in towards you. Pause here for a breath or two. And whenever your next exhale arises, single leg twist. So right knee drops across the body toward the left-hand side. Arms come up like a T shape. Maybe you rest the left hand on the outside of the right knee. Pause here. Should feel a nice stretch along the side body, possibly even down towards the hip and the outside of the glute on the right side too. So breathe deeply. 2 more big breaths. 1 more full round of breath. Stay with the mind and the body. Inhale, gently come up to center. And exhale, straighten the leg out. Same thing other side. So inhale, left knee hugs in. Pause for a breath or two, just gently drawing the knee in towards the chest. Whenever you're ready, follow an exhale to drop the knee across the body. Arms come to a T shape. Maybe you rest the right hand on the outside of the left knee now. Pause here for a couple of big breaths. As you're in this twist, imagine or try to feel as though you're pointing the outside of that left hip down toward your right foot. So almost like you're pulling the hip away from the rib cage. That'll help lengthen the side body. 2 more big breaths here. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, straighten the leg out towards the ground. We'll take a couple moments to rest here. If there's any last postures or stretches you want to take before we close our practice today, feel free to do so. Whenever you're ready for a brief Shavasana, we'll meet with the eyes closed and limbs extended on the ground. Take a couple moments, invite back in a relaxed nature to the body, softening your body down from head to toe. Feel the body breathe itself. Allow yourself to simply be with the wave of the breath in the body for a couple rounds of breath. Gently introduce some wiggles to the toes, fingers, wrists, and ankles. And only when you are ready to move your body, gently roll over to either side and just pause for a moment in a fetal position. Take your time. And once you're ready, gently press yourself on up all the way to seated. We'll meet in a comfortable seat. Once you get there, gently draw the eyes closed and bring the palms to touch at heart center. Take a couple of moments to simply observe how you feel right now. Notice how your mind feels. Notice how your body, maybe even notice how your glutes feel. And become aware of the emotion that you feel right now. Gently give yourself a big smile and really, really thank yourself for showing up here today, for dedicating your time to your health, your life, and your practice. Thank you very much for sharing your time and energy here with me today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.